class from CassandраBakai.com, where I teach you how to manage your afro-textured hair. Today I have a subscriber question from Akila, and she says this: my hair is very heat damaged, and I was wondering if I should just chop off all my hair and start over. It seems that everything that I do to stop flattening my hair just isn't working for me, and my hair looks a hot mess and doesn't want to grow. Can you please help me? Sincerely, Akila. Akila, great question. Great question. However, I hear some, it sounds like you're asking me two things because you haven't yet figured out what exactly you want to do with your hair. And the first question I'm hearing is, what can I do to nurse my hair back to health from the heat damage? And the second thing I'm hearing in your question is, what can I do to help my hair not to get so damaged when I flat iron it? Well, I'm going to answer the first question today, and the second question I'll answer in another video. But there are three things you can do. First, you want to stop using heat. Now, it's going to be hard because I'm sure you've developed a routine and you use heat all the time. Not only that, but your ends have probably straightened out, so it looks really bad if you just leave it that way and it doesn't curl up the way it used to. Well, girl, listen. We all have to start somewhere, and the first place to start is don't put heat on your hair anymore. And there are several hairstyles that you can do to kind of mimic, you know, a uniform curl pattern, like bantu knotting your hair or braid outs or twist outs. Those kind of hairstyles will definitely help your hair not to look so not cute, you know, with the two different textures. So stop using heat totally for a while. The second thing I want to recommend is to use a protein and a moisturizing treatment. One of my favorite protein treatments is Afro's 2-minute reconstructor. I love that thing. It works really well. I haven't ever used the 2-step reconstructor, but I've heard this really for a situation where your hair is kind of like really like falling out at the ends. But if that's your situation, definitely use a two-step one. But I find that the 2-minute reconstructor is exactly what my hair has needed in the past when I've had heat damage. After you do a protein treatment, you definitely want to follow up with moisture, because once the protein is back in your hair, because remember, when you use heat, you damage the protein in your hair, which causes your hair not to even be able to hold moisture anymore. So once you put that protein back in, do a moisture treatment. You can buy a cheap conditioner like Herbal Essence's Hello Hydration, one that I like to use sometimes, and mix it with coconut oil, and there goes your moisture treatment. Or if you want something a little bit more special, higher quality, something that's really going to give you a lot of bang for, you know, in your hair, really a lot of good stuff, you want to try the Damage Control by Eden's Heart. I think that's a great product for someone who's looking for a lot of moisture. The third thing that you can do, which I would say is a last result, especially for someone like you who might be interested in length more than anything, but it really is something that you should think about doing, is cutting the dead ends or the heat damaged hair off. Now you might, it might seem extreme because maybe all of your hair is heat damaged to the root. And so maybe you don't want to do all that, but really and truly, when your hair is heat damaged, it's a real big process to get it back to health, and it never really goes back 100% to what it was. But I do recommend these three things. I especially recommend that you shouldn't use heat anymore, and that protein and moisture balance is going to help you to get back on track with your hair. Akila, thank you so much for your question. Ladies, if you have a question, if there's something on your mind, definitely send me a note on CassandраBakai.com. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.